Hi, thanks for joining me today. Tonight I'm going to talk about all of the things that I can do because I homeschool my kids. I think there's a lot of confusion and uncertainty around the idea of homeschooling and, what we might miss out on or lose or not have enough time for if we decide to homeschool. And before we get started, if I could ask you to please subscribe and hit the bell so you can get notified each time I post a new video. So a little backstory about myself. I used to be a teacher, and then I got pregnant and I had my first baby, and then I decided I need to stay home with my baby. I don't want to go back to work. So I quit teaching and became a stay-at-home mom. And as many of you know who are also stay-at-home moms, you eventually start feeling like, I should make some money, I should do something. And then of course we decide we're gonna homeschool our kids. So great, now what? How am I gonna make money, right? Well, it turns out that I feel like I probably make more money now in the business that I'm in because I homeschool my kids. So that's the first thing. I feel like I can work more now that I homeschool my kids. And I'll tell you how. So fast forward to today, I am a real estate agent in the Tampa Bay area, and the only reason I do this job is because I homeschool. Because if I sent my kids to school, there's a good chance I would not want to work nights and weekends, which is what we do as real estate agents. And since I'm home with my kids all day, spending time with them, going on field trips and quality time, I feel like it's okay that sometimes in the evening or on the weekend, mommy has to go to work. So the good news is we can work and we can make money and still homeschool our kids. That is a huge, huge burden off of anyone's shoulders. If you're a single mom and you are thinking you want to go this route, or if you're a wife and you send your husband off to work every day and you're feeling guilt from it, eventually once you get in your groove, you will be able to go to work and make money just as you would, if you didn't have the kids home with you. Another thing I can do now that I homeschool my kids, not only can I work and make money, but our family can travel during low season or when other people are not traveling and are not able to travel because they're in school or they're working. We get to go on vacation, or we can choose to go on vacation, and that usually means discounted prices because maybe it's off season, and it definitely means less people traveling. So that's been a real treat for our family since we've been homeschooling. We don't have to be on such a strict schedule with the school system, and we can come and go as we please. And we all don't live near a beach, but I do. And so I can go to the beach on a Monday or Tuesday morning with my girls and spend a couple of hours there and just have fun and not have people around, as many people. And I shouldn't say that like I don't want people around. I'm just saying it's less crowded. And when you live in a place where there's a lot of people like I do, it's nice to get to go somewhere when it's less crowded. And that's the same with museums and zoos and amusement parks. All of those places are less crowded during the week, during the school day, because all the kids are at school. So we get to, as a family, enjoy those places with a lot less crowds and less lines, and just be able to move around and have a good time. Another thing about homeschooling that I think is pretty special and that I get to do is I get to have dinner with my kids every night. I don't have to plan their extracurricular activities in the evening after school hours. We can do stuff at any time of the day, and there's lots of homeschooling groups and communities in my area. So if I want my girls to play an instrument or a sport or acro or gymnastics, there's lots of that going on during the day, and then it doesn't interfere with my dinner time. And I think dinner is a huge deal, and I think it helps us stay healthy to sit around a table and talk about our day and then eat together a meal. So for me, that's always been a huge thing that I like to do for my family. And I think it's hugely related to the fact that I homeschool my kids, that I can do that. Because if I didn't and my kids wanted to do sports or extracurricular activities, it would inevitably interfere with dinner, and then we would lose that time. So that's another bonus to homeschooling that I feel like I get to do because I homeschool my kids. We also get to spend a lot of time outside, and where we live, it's nice all year. I mean, it gets hot, of course, here in Florida. It's hot, but we have swimming pools, and we have the boat, and we have the beach, and so we get to spend tons of time outside. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that we homeschool. You know, by the time kids get out of school, they're tired. They are tired, they're beat, they want to relax and decompress their brains, which is totally normal. Think about when you get out of work, what do you want to do? You want to come home and chill out and relax and just bleh, right? So for my kids, we can do all this different stuff and then also be outside and enjoy our time outside. And I feel like that is because I homeschool. That's another benefit to homeschooling. And most importantly, besides the fact that I can actually work while homeschooling my kids, but I would say even more importantly than that is sleep. We all sleep. I don't remember the last time my kids woke up and they were tired because I let them sleep. They go to bed when they're tired. I make them go to bed, and then they wake up in the morning, and I set the alarm. I walk in, I wake them, but they don't have to be rushed in the morning. They just get to kind of wake up and enjoy their morning and kind of get themselves ready at their own pace. And I think that makes for really special days for them. Homeschooling has been super beneficial for our family. It has helped me design the life that I dream about, the life that I have always wanted. I've always wanted to feel well rested. I've always wanted to make good money for my time. I'm healthy. I eat meals with my family. These are all things that have happened to me because I homeschool my kids. And because I'm a minimalist and I'm super clutter-free, but that's a completely different video. So if you're deep into it or you're just dabbling in, the idea of homeschooling, I'll have videos like this and just talking to you about real life as a homeschooling family, as a working mom, and as a stay-at-home mom too. If you're interested in that, just hit the subscribe button and the bell and stick with me, and we can talk about all this kind of stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next week.